Next up, the main, help me out, please, Dan.
Fagadella.
Excuse me?
Fricadella? Fricadella?
Fagadella.
Aye?
Fricadella?
Fagadella.
I mean, I need to go home and look that up in the dictionary.
Come on, Dan, tell us.
So, in Danish, they pronounce it Fagadella.
Ah, I get it now. Dan's main is fagadella with roast potatoes and green beans you've never seen. Still don't know what it is, though.
He will have to explain himself.
So, the Fagadella is basically like a minced pork, finely chopped onions and seasoning.
You could have just said meatballs. He chops onions and gets his pork mince out. Where's it from?
So, that's come from a local butcher's in Stroud. Cotswold fresh pork.
It's from a supermarket, isn't it?
Could be.
Cheeky. He mushes into balls and fries one as a test.
Not bad.
Glad to hear it. The rest will be cooked later. Cherie's getting meatless balls made with mushrooms, garlic, onions and a meat substitute.
I hope there's a lot of flavour packed into that because it sounds simple.
Cherie will love this. Cherie will.
Cherie might not. Dan fries Cherie's veggie balls to reheat later. Onto his green beans you've never seen.
So does that mean that there isn't green beans?
No, there is.
I hope I can see them.
They're wearing jackets and coats.
That would be silly. Hang on, those are beans, I've seen them.
These are the beans you've never seen. That's probably why you didn't recognise them.
Oh.
There you go, they're hiding again.
OK, what's with the name?
It doesn't sound very exciting when you say green beans, avocados and spring onions.
Well, no, it doesn't. He mushes them together to mix with the beans later.
Just put the cling film down to get the air out of that, otherwise you get it brown. You don't want brown beans you've never seen, do you? I don't think that's going to get me any points.
Not sure your green ones will either.
My starter, I think it actually went better than I thought it was going to go. My feeling is that everyone pretty much enjoyed that.
Great! On to the main, then. He fries his meatballs and mixes his avocado mush with his beans to create...
Green beans you've never seen. They may not want to see him again after.
Never mind the beans. I'd keep an eye on your sauce, Dan.
Right, we're getting close to the
Dad!
fishing yet. Oh, bloody hell. Turn my back. Hopefully it's not a problem that they've been waiting a little while.
Yeah, I'd get a move on, though, if I were you. How your roasties doing? Steady. Whoa. It's a good save. Onto the plate they go, along with the veg. Oh, one of those spuds looks a bit charred. Yeah, good idea. That sauce will disguise it.
I know my guests have been waiting a bit too long, but now it's time to show them what it's all about.
Et voila! 45 minutes later, it's Dan's main. Danish meatballs for the meat eaters and meatless balls for Cherie, served with roast potatoes, red cabbage and green beans you've never seen.
My apologies, everyone, for keeping you waiting. Please enjoy.
Brilliant, thank you.
What sort of kept that weight up? Like, what was it for you that maybe slowed it down a bit?
As you can see, there's quite a few hot components to the meal.
Good things come to those who wait, and I'm not sure it was quite good enough to reflect the wait.
My potatoes are pretty black.
Yeah. When I make roast potatoes at home, they're a hell of a lot better than that, to be honest with you. I'd say legendary. These are OK.
They were cremated. They were absolutely cremated. He made it very clear tonight those roast potatoes were his babies, and they didn't go to plan.
If you say, I'm brilliant at roast potatoes, your roast potatoes are going to fail. And they did tonight.
Just didn't come out how they should do. The flavour wasn't there, nor the texture.
Meatballs are seriously salty.
Yes, I would have to agree with you there.
OK, you had an accident with the salt cellar. But, I mean, the layout of this is agricultural. The food looked plopped on.
Agricultural. She does come out with some good one-liners.
Talk me through the beans again. Green beans, avocado...
And spring onions.
Well, I think that was rather good.
The thing with the green beans was I wanted to introduce you to something maybe you never even tried before.
The green beans you've never seen, they're actually these green sticks in a pale green mush.
I would put it into the category of being unremarkable.
The meal didn't go quite to plan, but I still think I'm in with a chance of winning.
Time to get your night back on track.
I brought what I hope will be a little cultural treat. There is nothing more British than William Shakespeare.
Or maybe not.
I'm going to read you the summertime sonnet. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date.
His face when Chloe started reading from that book, he wasn't happy.
And this gives life to thee.
Thank you.
Oh, well, I just thought I'd
Yeah, well, thank you.
up the cultural content. I wish I'd never thought of doing that sonnet. That went down like the proverbial lead inflatable. Their faces.
Oh, Chloe and the storytelling. But it was Dan's night.
I don't mind the sonnet, but I suppose... No, and I appreciate her thought, actually. I think she's really tried to make an effort tonight, Chloe.